Yo, what's good? Yo, what's poppin'? It's the Warren Familia. What's the deal, y'all? Welcome back to our channel. Seen that y'all like when we did 10 things that we do to stay, healthy as a couple. So today video, we're finna be doing
10 things to avoid in a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Wait, it's because I'm still thinking about what I noticed about myself.
Yeah, but that's like, what it is in a nutshell, though. That's what it is in a nutshell. Basically, we're gonna be, going over 10 things that we think that young people, not just ourselves, young people that's, rekindling something, getting back together. Even if you're not, we just think these are 10 things, 5 for me, 5 for my baby, that we think that you should avoid, if you want a healthy relationship. So we ain't gonna, be long-winded. We gonna jump straight into it. And I'm gonna let you go first.
I think these can categorize. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
I think this can also categorize if you're not necessarily rekindling, but if you're just starting a new relationship. And also one of the reasons for this video is because we do always get asked, like, what did we learn in our time apart? What, we're no experts here. We're just knowledgeable, okay? And we will be taking our own advice. Thank you. If it's not already taken, take it.
For sure.
Please. That's number one, okay?
Nah, for sure ski though, man.
Number one, never say for sure skis. Okay, you gonna let me go first?
That was borderline.
Number one, always laugh at the jokes that your significant other does, because if you don't, you might not laugh.
What you gonna be feeling? What you mean? Because I do honestly feel like if you don't laugh at my jokes, I'm a very funny guy.
But some
don't like
women might not like your funny.
All women like my funny. Right, women? Say not honeys.
Okay.
Let's get into this first one, man. What's the first one?
The first one I have is actually a pretty good one, and I feel like, again, it can go in any situation. Not setting boundaries for a successful future and communication. Setting boundaries is going to set the tone, but if you don't do it, that's something to avoid, to not set boundaries.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's avoid not putting boundaries down, because you just, I don't know, like, I feel like if you don't set boundaries, you can't really fault the other person for anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, you gotta say,
I feel you.
You can't have really, like, expectations of something that was never spoken on.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's my first one.
That's real. That's a real first one. That's a real first one. The second one, I feel like when you are, in a relationship and, you've been together and there've been years put in, I think you got what young people and even older people, because I done watched my parents go through it, but letting the past be the past. You see what I'm saying? Not holding the past over people's head, not, going back every single time you talk about something, not bringing up, the past. I think that if you want to avoid, breaking up and stuff not going right and y'all not feeling comfortable with each other, I think that you should really not bring up the past. You feel what I'm saying? I watched my parents do it. I watched my mom do it back in the day. And I don't think that's healthy, not for, even if you got kids, not for the kids to hear or none of that. If y'all on a clean slate, be on a clean slate. Feel me?
I agree. I know of some older couples that definitely let that stuff go, and some that definitely don't, but it's like they still stay in it, and it's like that's unjust. That's just unhappiness, because you're gonna keep bringing it up till you 80. Like,
you gotta let it go, or let me go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Let it go or let the person go. That's a good one. Okay, I guess a very typical one, but a very important one. Something to avoid is to not be honest. Okay. I feel like, come on, like that's just in any relationship, for real, friendship, sister, brother relationship. You just need to avoid not being honest, because we all know what that can lead to,
That's a Fendi fact.
Not too much on that one.
Yeah, that's real. I think another thing is, I think in relationships, and this the third one, right? 1, 2, this the fourth one.
This is your third.
1, 2.
We've only done 2.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, this the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, so, right?
No, this is my second one. So this is your third.
Gotcha. So, okay, cool. All right, y'all. So, another one we're gonna do is acknowledging one another. I think that's big inside of a relationship. I think a lot of people kind of don't think that they need to cheer on they significant other. I think a lot of people think that, I don't know how to explain that side of things, but I know I'm a type of person that support. I'm the type of person that wants you to feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I want to be your number one supporter, because I don't really care to be your number one supporter. But if that's what I gotta be, if that's what you're gonna look at me as, then that's cool. But I gotta motivate. You gotta make sure you see your significant other when they doing good. You gotta correct them when they not doing so good, and just acknowledge, you know, their presence, and let them know that, you know, whatever it is. I don't care if they get fly. I don't care if they know how to cook. I don't care if they know how to run fast. I think you should always acknowledge your significant other, because that strengthens the relationship for sure.
When you say acknowledge, you mean like putting life into them, like
of
stuff like that, you know, cheering them on, basically. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
like it's certain. I know certain dudes. Well, I've seen certain dudes where they will have a girl, and the girl will like go crazy or something, and like she'll like sell out of her, like say your lashes, and he won't acknowledge his shorty at all. He won't do nothing special. Yeah, bro. And I just don't feel like, you know, I think as a couple or as people in a relationship, I think you should always, you know that y'all on the same team and acknowledge that, because that keep things healthy.
Yeah. Actually, that kind of goes with mine. Wait.
No, don't try to do that. Last time she tried to do that, y'all.
It does. You shut up. It does. It goes, okay? Because we think the same thing. That's a good thing.
What was yours?
I didn't know how to put it, but I was basically gonna say like, because this is things to avoid. So, like, maybe not wanting to, but willing to do more of your part when your significant other is not there 100%. Right. So like you got to be able to have the other percent, basically. I know y'all have seen that, like,
for sure.
But that's real, because I mean, realistically, everybody is not on 100% every single day.
For sure.
You know, like, stuff happens. Everybody is not going to be in 100% motivation, happy all day, every day. Like, so sometimes the other person's gonna have to be like, okay, well, this is what's happening today. This is what we're gonna do, and I don't know, let me get her this. I don't know, whatever. Like, you just gotta pick up that extra, so it's not just a Debbie Downer day on both ends, you know? So,
for sure.
That goes with what you said, babe.
For sure. Okay, y'all, so the next one I'm going to do is stick to the plan and not your mood. I feel like as being young, to avoid, you know, you not being in a healthy relationship is, don't change with the circumstances or with the situations that's going on. Remain, like, your position shouldn't change because of the situation. I think that that's real big. I think sticking to the plan is something that the young people, including myself, or this generation, need to understand, that everything isn't going to be, you know, top of the hills. And, you know, some days, like you say, you're going to have a down day. You're not going to be 100%. But once you understand that, you know, is greater than, I feel like you, as a young couple, I think, not even young, this go for all couples, that'll really help you out, man. Sticking to the plan and not the mood. You feel what I'm saying? That's one thing that I think.
And honestly, in life, because you gotta have a stronger mentality of that. Because what's that saying, like, motivation basically ends, discipline doesn't.
Kick in, like, when the motivation and the discipline kick in, there you go.
And honestly, that's just in you. Like, you can learn to be disciplined, but it's in you, honestly, to be disciplined.
Facts.
But okay, that was 4, huh? So this is my 4?
Yep.
Yeah, I did 3 or 4. Okay, honestly, this is off the top of the head right now. I will say things that I, just like being realistic, the things that I've learned in my years is things to avoid in a relationship is definitely to avoid, how do I say, like, alienating yourself from friends. Or like
good one,
giving up on your own life because you're just so, like,
not having individuality.
Yes, I just didn't know how to put it, but yes,
for sure.
Because, girl, like, or boy, like where's that gonna lead you to? You just never know, you know. Obviously you hope to be with this person forever and ever, but if that doesn't go, then you gotta have somebody to lean on. And even if the relationship's going great, it's something so fun about going out with your girls, going out with your guys, coming back after a weekend. Like, that's fire. But
I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? That's a big one.
Avoid isolating yourself.
Avoid isolating yourself. That's a big one.
Losing friends, all of that, yeah.
Don't, and to go off that, this is not my next one, but to go off that, that's why your personal life should be your personal life, because when you start putting your friends and all that inside of your relationship, now you can't decipher the two. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to have a clear thought. You're not going to be able to talk it out with your significant other, because you're going to be feeling like, oh, well, you know, like you got somebody to confide in, and it's nothing like confiding in somebody who don't tell you that you're wrong, because you're going to always be wrong, and then you're going to live in that wrong, and then you're going to start thinking it's right. And then nobody going to be able to tell you nothing. So that's real. Avoid isolating yourself, but also when you have your individuality, don't mix the two. Your relationship is your relationship. The personal is your friend. That's what y'all talk about something totally different. I shouldn't be at the table talking about me and my girl problems with a bunch of my homies, and she shouldn't be at drinking margaritas with her rich friends talking about me. It don't correspond. You feel what I'm saying?
And also, I'll say this, like, as the friend that listens, I mean, this don't gotta do with the relationship, but as the friend that listens, the friend should also be able to, like, I guess, be there for the person that's in the relationship, because your friend's not always going to take your side, or whatever you have the opinion of their relationship. So it's like, I don't know, like when you have a friendship like that, you have to know how to be like, again, boundary, you know. We have that boundary where, like, I can give you advice, girl, but like it's not gonna determine our friendship, because you didn't do what I said.
100%.
So,
yeah.
That's a great one.
So another thing is, okay, this is mine. And I'm gonna say this is for, and I think when you in a situation, this doesn't apply for all situations, because some situations isn't that deep, but for situations that's that deep, I think that you always should keep the family first. Now, what I mean by that is, it's certain people that's out here who got girlfriends that they love to death, or got a family, and, you know, got a wife, or, you know, with kids, or whatever that is, but they feel like they can't do what they need to do as far as the individuality inside of the, you know, the relationship. And I think for me, from what I come from, or from what I've built into, I see a lot of successful men say, well, it's like I gotta go and sacrifice the time now to, you know, provide for my family in the future. And I think that's a little, I don't know if I agree with that. I think that as a man, I look at all the big people, I look at all the men that I look up to, and all the men that I look up to had a family with them and does everything, and still got that, you know, still have that individuality and that artistic way about themselves. Like, I like Jay-Z. You see what I'm saying? I think that's a very family-oriented man, and I think he keep his family first. Yeah, y'all, but I don't think that, you know, I just think that keep the family first. Ladies and gentlemen, when everything's going good and everything's going right, always acknowledge your partner and keep the family first. You know what I'm saying? If you got something, if my daughter got a gymnastic class, but I gotta make sure that I can fit this inside the schedule. I can't pick and choose. It gotta basically make everything around that. And I'm telling you, because that's what the billionaires and the multi-billionaires is telling me. Like, make sure that you keep your family grounded and everything gonna work, because she wants the best for me. Yeah, and you want the best. Like, it's not like, you know, stop chatting. But yeah, keep the family first.
Yeah, because that's the foundation of that.
That's the foundation for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. What was that for you? Because I don't have no more. I gotta say a different one if I.
That's only 4 for me.
Okay, so.
But they can comment different topics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you guys did like these, because I actually don't have any more. He had one more, but yeah, let us know if you guys like these. I just felt like this was a good video, because we do get some questions sometimes about, you know, what we've learned and shit like that. So this is either things we've learned in our years or things that we just know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, logic.
Yeah. I'm going off of what I sound a little bit probably more passionate because this is what I act on. So this is things that I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all comment. Give us different topics to talk to. To talk to y'all about. And we'll see y'all in the next video on